Hi guys! Welcome to your January 2020 reading. This reading is for all of my beloved water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Yay! As you guys may have noticed, Happy New Year! As you guys may have noticed, I have put all of you together in one elemental group. And I think that I'm going to start doing that for the monthlies from now on, because that will be a way for me to make sure that I'm only shooting 4 videos for the monthlies as opposed to 12 1-hour videos for each. And it'll make sure that I can get to each of the videos, because lately I'm sure some of you guys have noticed there are some signs I have not been able to get to. And what kind of reader would I be? I have to get it together. Anyway, so I also like putting it all together by element, all of the signs together by element, because I feel that the signs have their individual messages for like Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. However, they also collectively play off of each other, because there is that undercurrent that belongs to the element. Now, I am going to treat this as one whole video. If you've noticed, I have not put timestamps, and the reason why is because even though I segment it, I do continue to get messages for all 3 of the signs throughout the reading. So sorry, it's almost midnight here, so anyway, let's jump right in. So if you are resonating with this reading, it doesn't have to be in the month of January 2020, it could be any time, and it could be anyone, it doesn't matter what sign. Then this month you might find yourself going through a lot. I see you being in this energy of squirrel spirit. What I'm seeing with squirrel spirit is that every time I see this image, it looks like he is opening a Christmas present and discarding the wrapping, right? But here I'm seeing a lot of frustration coming off of this card. So water elements, you guys might be dealing with a lot of frustration in the month of January. And I'm seeing you, it's almost like he's pulling off the wrapping paper expecting to see the gift, and the gift isn't there. It's just another something wrapped in wrapping paper. He pulls it off again, more wrapping paper, pulls it off again, more wrapping paper, and there's this frustration. When am I going to finally get to the gift? When am I finally going to get to the substance of this? Am I going to keep playing Russian dolls here? And I'm seeing a lot of tears cried over this. I'm also seeing a lot of denial in this. It's like, this can't be true. It can't be true, right? And it's like, for example, if a message is that this love isn't for you, it's time to move on, or these 2 people are to be together and not you and this person. It's like, no, this can't be the truth. This can't be the truth. And so there is that fear and those tears and the disappointment and the heartbreak, and I'm hearing it, I'm feeling it all here. I'm seeing it in this card, but there is a very big lesson that is attached to this. I'm seeing, because I'm also seeing the what do you call this? The headmaster's, oh my god, pointer, stick, whip, whatever. Yes, I'm seeing that this has been a lesson this is a lesson that has been long in the making. I'm seeing that this is a major spiritual lesson in letting go, learning to let go. And sometimes when we don't let go, we end up having to stay around long enough to witness that other person finding the true love that they're supposed to be with, right? You keep thinking it's going to be you, all of a sudden you're holding on, then only to realize it's not you, it's somebody else. And had we followed I'm hearing the meeting, the greeting, right? Had we, all that means something to somebody. Had we followed the message back in the day, then we wouldn't have to stick around long enough to see this person move on with somebody else, all right? So this message is very heartbreaking. I feel it. I'm like having trouble talking, like my throat chakra, let's see. But I'm seeing that at some point you're going to have to let all of the hot air out of it. So I'm getting here that across the board, there's a lot of hot air for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. A lot of hot air going on, in the sense of a lot of you have been living in denial. A lot of you have expectations. Now, what those expectations are may differ depending on the sign, and it may differ in degree and context, but I'm seeing that a lot of this has been chipping away at you guys collectively, as a collective. But I also see that it's like you're really, really, really digging in, and I feel there's this energy of wanting to dig in to the barrel, wanting to dig in until you hit the bottom, so at least you can say, I'm sure that this isn't the person for me. And so I'm seeing that, and that may be what is what's kind of keeping you going, and it may be like one of the silver linings, excuse me, of you kind of still going at something that needed to have been let go. All right, so anything else? Yeah, I'm just I'm getting elementary school for somebody here. Somebody here is an elementary school teacher, okay? And I can get that, because it's like the idea is like, I just want to come home to something. That's the feeling. I just want to come home to something. I'm tired of being in the school all day, not being in control. I know, right? Not feeling in control in my work life, not feeling as confident. And when I get home, I just want something home for me, like somebody waiting home for me, somebody to give me you know, joy, someone to say they were happy to see me, somebody who wants to learn from me outside of elementary school. So I'm getting these ideas, these feelings. I'm seeing some of you having this denial, having this stress growing on you, and it's just needing, you need closure of some sort, and you need to be able to let stuff go. But I am seeing the imprint of the owl spirit behind here. Don't ask, I'm just seeing it with my eyes. And when owl spirit comes out, it's kind of like, owl spirit's like, it's okay, you see the truth now, you know the truth, you have to accept it, okay? So in the month of January, if you are resonating with these water signs as a collective, then there is going to be some truth that you're going to need. Where did that card go? Oh my god, where'd it go? Whoa, where did that card go? Where did that card go? That is so crazy. I can't remember. Oh, here it is. Oh, okay. It's lying on... I'm like, why? This goes to show you how I'm out of it when I do these. But it's lying on bring a gentle touch. Let's see if that means something. So what I'm getting from bring a gentle touch, cute dear spirit, take a look, is I'm seeing your guides. I'm seeing your guides. Your guides are coming in along with this other card as well. Set healthy boundaries. This is what's going on for all of you. So it's like you have to accept the truth and start to set healthy boundaries. Start to disconnect from that person or that energy or that thing that you have been being directed to disconnect from. But Spirit is saying they're going to help you to disconnect, but they're going to do it in such a way where it's going to be gentle for you. So I'm seeing, sorry about the lighting, I'm seeing like this cute deer spirit, a spirit kind of like, look how his nose and his mouth are like the same color as the tail of the squirrel. I'm seeing him kind of like latch on gently onto the tail and kind of like pull the squirrel with his mouth away from whatever it is that they've been obsessing about. So whatever this is, and I'm seeing him do this, and he's gonna fling the squirrel way out to somewhere. Now the question is, where is squirrel spirit gonna end up, right? I don't know. But it's far away from this. I'm hearing far away from this menacing energy. So for a lot of you, what you've been being asked to let go of is not good for you. And it's like, it almost doesn't matter if you're being asked to let go of a third-party situation where the other two, like you lost your man or you lost your girl to this other person, and now you have to watch them get together. You're gonna be picked up and you're gonna be swung way off somewhere else. And I'm getting back to school. You're gonna be getting sorry for that teacher out there. I'm so sorry. I promise there will be no children there. But it's almost like to learn about your own magic, to learn about, it's like the lesson. You have to learn the lesson. Let me see what the lesson is. I'm getting the lesson is too painful to approach right now. It's like I want to feel it, but I'm like being pushed away. The lesson that you have to learn, that you've had to learn, is almost too painful for you to approach at this time. And so it's like Spirit is having mercy. They're helping you to move the energy. They're helping to bring joy into your life. They're helping, yes, that's one of the cards for the collective energies. Surrender to joy. Underlying that card though, surrender to joy, is surrender resentments. So what does that resentment look like? I was just about to say it, and the next card is surrender to silence. So maybe they don't want me to say it because I know what it is. Well, either way, resentments are going to be different for all of you. Oh, and they're like, show them what's underneath that card. Surrender to support. Surrender to receiving support and love from Spirit. Okay. So, oops. So they're going to be trying to bring you, they're going to be trying to bring a lot of priceless joy into your life is what they're saying. Priceless joy. And I know, guys, from my standpoint, because you know me, I keep it real, and I'm just watching the video just as much as you are, and part of me is just like, this is gonna be some BS. What's the priceless joy? You know, like that's me. And they're like, we got this. Priceless joy. They're showing me this combination of Sandpiper Spirit, which is all about be playful. Be playful, right? But they're bringing it in along with this surrender to silence. So what they're showing is this energy of replacing that thing that is no longer good for you with something else that is going to spark your joy, even if it's just for the few minutes. And before you know it, the few minutes will add up and you'll start to feel joyful again. Now, me, I'm just like, look, I just need to see the proof. The proof is not in the pudding right now. What is going on? But they, I'm sorry, bitter party for one, but they are saying that it can be done. They're saying it can be done. Now, the image that they're giving me is like, you know, a child playing with a remote control. Now, you know you don't need to be playing with that remote control because we are all trying to watch TV and you are playing around with it, entering us into modes on the TV that we don't know how to get out of. You're changing channels. It's not something for a child to play with. So you don't just say thank you and give me that remote and then they start crying for like 45 minutes, right? So instead, you say thank you and you give them something more enjoyable, more fun, more colorful, more whatever. And yes, it may only take their attention for a few minutes, but then you give them something else. And we all know if you're dealing with children that that's the way to go. You cannot just take something away and that's it. Hold on. And they're saying, they're bringing in Seahorse Spirit to say watch and wait. They're saying there's some secrets up their sleeves that are going to bring you a lot of joy. So they're saying secrets, but I'm feeling it's more like surprises. Joyful surprises that will take your mind off of being split, because I do feel this has to do with a relationship for a lot of you guys, all right? They're saying conclusions are within reach. See? Conclusions are within reach, and don't let pride get in your way. All right? So this is collectively for water signs. Now, I'm just feeling, because Spirit is saying, and I'm feeling the energy of what they're saying, it's been a circus up in here, is what they're saying. This has been like Barnum and Bailey's circus. Just a circus with whatever's been going on between all of these parties involved. People aren't talking to each other. Imaginations are running loose. Fantasies are all over the place. Denial is in season. You know, it's just like they're just saying there's gotta be some reprieve. If only for the joy of silence. Yeah. Sorry. That's my guilty look at my guides. I'm so sorry. Oh God. Jeez Louise. Yeah. Listen guys, these readings don't come from nowhere, okay? Yes. So conclusions are within reach, is what they're saying. So that means things are going to be ended. Endings are coming in the month of January. But you have to not let your pride get in the way. What does pride look like? Looks like, oh, it hurts too much that this person doesn't want me, and I don't want, and on top of that, they want the person that they cheated on me with, and now I hear they're getting married, and it's like, it does something to your ego. Do you know what I mean? And it's stuff like that that keeps you embroiled sometimes. Because hear this, I'd rather him be alone than with her who he left me for. You know what I mean? I'd rather him be alone and unhappy, or alone and whatever, than to be with her. Or even I'd rather him be with someone new than to be with her if it's not going to be me. That's the ego part of it. That's the pride part of it. And it's understandable because, you know, sometimes we have issues with worthiness, and rejection and abandonment are never fun. Spirit is stepping in and they're saying, but you have to move on for your sanity's sake. Sorry. And the sake of your spirit guides. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm sorry. This is us having a conversation right now. This is us. Because part of me is like, well, you shouldn't have brought him in the first place. That's all I'm saying. And it's like, I get that you guys may also feel that. They're saying they get that you guys may also feel that way, but a lot of times there are they're saying a lot of times the messages are there and that we don't listen, right? Anyway, everyone knows that look, like it's like guilty look. Anyway, long story short, surrender resentments and surrender to joy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Then they just said, especially if it's not even the real end, okay? But listen, that I don't want to put that out there, that even though they're saying let it go, it might not be the end for real. It's just the end for right now. But either way, it feels like an ending, especially when spirit is like, you need to let this person go. Then it's kind of like, they are serious, let them go. And when you're down, if you're in it for the long haul and you don't know that it's a long haul arrangement, every ending looks like the end. Do you know what I mean? But either way, they are saying that, and they're showing that either way, whoopsies, a win-win situation is assured. Whether or not you end up with this person, you are going to be happy again, is what they're saying. It's time to get a sip. They just said a sip of joy, but let me just take a sip. Alright, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. You guys know me. Anyway. So long story short, as for the collective, it's all about January is probably going to be a little bit of a rough month for you, as you are being guided to release something that is no longer of value in this time and space. Now, notice that I'm saying in this time and space. That's because some of you have upgraded. Some of you have had initiations. Some of you have had activations, all of that stuff. And so for you to, it's time to, you're no longer vibing with those people or that person that is in that situation, and so it's time for you to move on because, well, you're just not vibing with them anymore. Oops, excuse me, let me return these cards. I have a whole setup here. Now, one of the last messages for the collective, one of the last ones, is that you have to start setting healthy boundaries, especially once they start to pull you away from whatever this thing is. You've got to start setting healthy boundaries, okay? The healthy boundaries not only happen in the physical, but they happen in the non-physical, and they also happen on the mental level. So you have to, you know, they're saying cry your tears, you know, say what you need to say, listen, whatever it is, but it's time to move on, and they're going to be helping you in the month of January to do so. They are also reminding us, like I said earlier, to not let pride get in the way of your progress. They are also saying that conclusions are within reach. So January, you know, is a time of conclusions. And if this message is for you, I think you'll know who you are. Just know that my heart goes out to you. All right? And yeah, so one more time, the last three cards, and there's a fourth card that wants to come in, is surrender to silence. So they'll be working with you on that. There's so many messages for this, but they're going to be bringing joy in along with the silence. In those silent moments, joy. Okay? You'll know exactly what that is when it hits you. Also surrender resentments. And the last card that wants to come in for the collective is surrender to spirit. Surrender to spirit, because I'm seeing a lot of you are lost right now. They're saying you're lost in the joys of your own making. And the joys of your own making speak of addictions, speak of fantasies, denial, all of these things that are very much being called upon to create healing, right? So you're trying to cope with something that has been past its prime and it's hurting, and so they see that you're trying to soothe, self-soothe, but they're going to be bringing in joy and healing together, actually, of their own. They're saying surrender to your intuition and watch for that guidance, because it's going to be coming in. Okay? Alright, so let's turn to Cancer. Okay. Now, Cancer, the song I'm getting for you, remember Bobby Brown's, was it Bobby Brown? Every little step I take, you will be there. Every little move I make, we'll be together, girl. Remember that? Did I get the words wrong? I don't know. Anyway, Bobby Brown's Every Little Step I Take. But I'm also seeing take it one step at a time. So that being said, I'm getting the watch and wait card. So if you're vibing with Cancer, regardless of your sign, you're being asked to watch and wait in the month of December. In addition, January, excuse me, of 2020, or whenever you watch this. Maybe even in December you were watching and waiting, okay? In addition to what messages have come through. Now, I'm seeing here these two cards, Porcupine Spirit and Mouse Spirit. If you look closely, sorry, excuse the lighting, they actually mirror each other a lot, don't they? Look at how they both look rodent-like, and they both are facing this way. And so let's take a look at what that's saying. I'm seeing that Mouse Spirit is looking very, very tearful, okay? Very, very tearful. It's almost like there was a promise of connection. There was a promise of togetherness. I feel that this was based off of a relationship that started, it seems like a young relationship, definitely less than a year, when the feelings started to become real, I guess. And I think that I think there was a moment when you were on cloud 9 with this connection, but it was still a beginner relationship, and I think you took a beginner's approach to it as well. So I'm getting a very young kind of feeling towards it, like young and innocent and naive is the word I'm going for. And you're all of a sudden, I'm seeing mouse spirits like with this wedding dress, like, I'm waiting, where is he, what's going on? And it's kind of like this tearful feeling, like imagine somebody setting, you know, having their dress on, they've set up the chapel, everything's ready, now it's just for the groom to come and he doesn't show up. It's kind of like that kind of feeling. Now, what I'm seeing though is some mirroring. I know you're like, what? I don't see it, but there really is. There's mirroring here because it's almost like this porcupine spirit with its blue and purple turned into this great blue whale. The great blue whale says trust a great mystery. So Cancer, it's almost like you moved into a better place of trusting the mystery that comes along with this. Like, is this going to work out? Is this person coming back? Is this the one for me? I'm seeing you've been trusting, and I think that that's been the place to go. That's the way to go. It's almost to the point of you having been swimming as this whale and then flying as this whale. You've just really taken off with trust, right? And I'm also seeing a lot of mirroring here as well, where the mouse spirit has turned into crow spirit, right? I know you're like, what? How do you see that mirroring? And I don't know. But what I'm seeing is that you've grown, and you've grown to trust spirit, co-create with spirit, right? Now, this I think has been a great job. You've been doing a great job because, you know, spirit has been saying trust us, trust us, trust us for a while. And then you got some of us not trusting. And then we've got Cancer. Great job, Cancer. Great job. A great way to make the rest of us look bad, right? But I'm seeing you really growing. But in the month of January, it's a time for healing. I still do see that it's a time for rest, which is going along with what Spirit is saying, surrender to silence. I'm seeing this seahorse spirit and watch and wait, and I'm getting this energy like decrescendo. And then all of a sudden it's like, and all of this confetti and all of this surprise, great job, like, it's almost like you made it, you did it. And you're like, what? No way. And in that moment, the next card that comes up is a new romantic cycle begins, okay? A new romantic cycle begins. Now this card, some of you are like, yeah! And that card is touching a time for healing, it's touching co-create with spirit, and it's touching adjustments are required inside of giraffe spirit, inside of Scorpio's reading. So Scorpio, you've been going through it, okay? I gotta be honest, you've been going through it. And I feel that a new romantic cycle could be beginning for you because this card is touching it, but it's not yet, and I feel that adjustments are required. I feel like there's some things that you still need to do in order to let that come into fruition. But that being said, I do feel that, oops, excuse me, work with this board here. I do feel that Cancer spirit, Cancers, you have been doing really well with that. Now, underneath, be generous of spirit came along with whale spirit's energy. And this is telling me that you had a lot of strength. You had a lot of strength, you guarded yourself, you took care of yourself as you needed to. and you trusted. So I obviously have not been following the highest path, but I will tell you, this is the highest path. If you were following this path, then you were doing the highest path for you in the wake of all of this stress, okay? But I'm seeing that along your way, Cancer spirit, you had to surrender this idea that you can fix somebody. You can't fix the other person. You can't fix anybody else. All you can do is surrender to the magic of who you are. I'm getting a little bit of a petulant feeling here. It feels a little petulant or tempestuous, but it's not out of control, right? It's kind of like, it feels like, oh, fudge, he doesn't love me. It feels kind of like that feeling. Like it's that naive kind of, oh, fudge, right? And of course it would warrant one to wonder, how much pain were you in? I wonder, like, it could not have been that much pain. But let's hold on a sec. For surrender the idea you can fix someone, I want to draw a card for it. It says, not draw. Oh, I meant to say I want to read it, but I'm also shuffling my cards. I want to draw a card for it and read it. It says, it's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own feeling. Okay? Healing. Now, the card that I just drew is the Tower card. And the card that is coming along with it is the Deception card. So it looks, oh, okay, I'm going to grab this as well. The Judgment card. I'm using these cards. You guys are the first ones to have this, first ones on YouTube to have these cards used with you. Intuition Tarot got me these. Yay! It's the Light Seer Tarot, and I'll do some more readings with it. It's so good. I have a story about it, but let's finish this first. Yeah, so I'm getting that a Tower moment came down. I'm seeing the Deception card and the Judgment / Rebirth card. So I'm seeing that surrender the idea that you can fix someone. Something happened that a Tower came down, and it was about deception. It was centered on deception. You may have played a role in it. You may have somehow been a part of that or whatnot. And I'm seeing that for you, there was a rebirth, which is amazing. There was a rebirth for you, which is amazing. So, Cancer, you're looking great, okay? Looking absolutely great. They're saying, let's draw a card for Cancer because they've been so good. Let's see what's coming up for you, Cancer. Hope the other signs don't get jealous that I use these cards with you. Alright, these are beautiful cards. Oops, there it is, it fell out. Underneath the deck, Emperor. Cancer, get that, Cancer. Get it, get it! Alright, but the card that fell, let's see. Victory. Wow, sorry. Okay, so Cancer, what's coming up for you is you're going to be having victory with your guy, alright? Okay, that is lovely. Now, see, I am a big person, guys. I can be a big person, but you know, I did have a cheating situation and I lost my man to a damn Cancer, okay? So, and I'm the Scorpio. I'm not Scorpio, but I'm vibing with Scorpio. So we're going to see what Scorpio says. It doesn't look good. But sometimes it's hard to have to deal with this, right? When you're like, you know? So anyway, so when I say I understand your pain, guys, I get it. Trust me. Trust me. Alright, so, but this looks very good for Cancer, so congratulations. Alright, so let's move on to Scorpio next. Scorpio's coming up. Alright, so Scorpio, also one more thing, Cancer, you share your card, this card, surrender to receiving support and love with Cancer. Oh, excuse me, with Scorpio. So what does that mean? That means it could mean anything if it means something to you, but also what it means here is that this is a message that is for both Cancer and Scorpio at the same time. So Scorpio, we're moving on to you, and I want you to know that you need to surrender to receiving support and love. So let's see what Giraffe Spirit has to say about Scorpio. So Giraffe Spirit is saying, see the big picture. So I feel that giraffes, if you're vibing with the Scorpio reading this month, and let's see if I do, but if you're vibing with the Scorpio reading this month, then I'm getting a school feeling. So this is the back to school moment where there's the lesson that needs to be learned, right? It says, see the big picture. I'm seeing here that in this card something was missed, right? So whatever the dear God, the lesson was, it's kind of like it's still around you, but you're still missing it, and it's partly because you're still looking for something, right? You're still looking. It could be still looking for that person, still could be looking for looking at the past when needing to move on. Could be whatever it is, and however it is, it applies to you. Now I'm getting for you, the song that I'm getting is a song that's been playing for some of the, I think even in maybe the air signs, or no, not air signs. Anyway, check the other elementals. This song is Sia's The Greatest. I think that's what it's called, Sia's The Greatest. And basically, I won't give up. Yeah, that one. So it's about a song about perseverance and persistence, keeping the actions up, keeping going, keeping the attitude up, don't give up. That's the idea. Now they're saying, make your dreams real, reclaim your power. This is showing here that you're in a moment where you are to be manifesting something new, right? However, notice how there's a lot of blue and a lot of, like, not blue, that looks purple clearly, but a lot of darker tones around Spider Spirit, right? Because Spider Spirit is being asked to create, but at the same time is dealing with a lot of stress. It's dealing with a lot of pain. So if Scorpio, if you resonate with this, you might have found it hard to be in your Empress or Emperor mode, because I'm seeing a lot of questions in Spider's head, where it's like, I know I'm supposed to be the king, I know I'm supposed to be the queen, but I don't know where to go. I'm lost. I've lost my way. And we see here Black Panther Spirit is saying oh my God, I've just lost what he was saying because I was feeling into him. Reclaim your power. Reclaim your power. Okay? And so it's this idea, and if you see it, what's I don't know if you can see the look on Panther Spirit. Panther Spirit came out with this similar energy in another one of the elemental readings. It's like it's like not being able to see what's there, and it's because part of it might be like not being able to believe what's before their eyes, but also it's, you know what it says, what I'm seeing? It's not being able to see the gift that's hanging right over the head. So for example, if this person is like, where's my person, they're not seeing the person is right there waiting to come in. For example, take a look at Panther Spirit, and they, you know, this energy is kind of like feeling like the rug has been taken out from under the feet, right? And it's like trying to get back to it's like trying to get back to some semblance of order, and it's like, what was that? I thought I saw something. What was it? Just trying to put the puzzle pieces together. Now imagine how that can be if you are trying to weave, if you're trying to create a web, if you're trying to create something, give birth to something. It can be a little stymieing. So Spirit is working alongside to help. I'm also, there's this, again, this dream the world into being. There's this dreaming. This card actually came right underneath spider spirit. So if you are vibing with this Scorpio for this month, you're supposed to be building. You're supposed to be building something. You're supposed to be creating for the sake of other people. But I'm seeing that what's holding you back is that you still are focusing on something of the past. Now, the way to, and it seems very simple actually, I'm going to let you know, the way to get rid of this thing from the past or this energy from the past, it might not even be the person, it's just the energy that will allow the person to come in, is to declutter. So if you have stuff around the house that belongs to this person, get rid of it. If you have pictures of them, if you have, you know, whatever it is, you have to release it and get rid of the physical stuff in your environment that relates to this person. Because even if this person is trying to get in, they cannot, because all the old stuff and the old energy relating to them is what's in the way. So let's go ahead and draw some cards to see there. Because I do feel that you also have a new romantic cycle that wants to come in, because this card was also touching one of the cards in your reading, Scorpio. The card that is touching, it says adjustments are required. What are those adjustments? You have to clear the clutter, okay? So just get upstairs, get in the attic, get rid of whatever this is. It's like having a dead corpse still around. Now, if the stuff that you need to get rid of is actually stuff relating to someone who's passed, a million apologies, right? Those are just the words that are coming out. But I'm picking up that this could be for relationships, really. But it is kind of that energy where it's like it's time to let it go. Oops. Okay. Oopsies. These cards are all over the place. Oh my gosh. I kid you not. Underneath the deck is the Emperor card for this, for Scorpio as well. So, dear God. Yeah. So, I went to, and underneath it is the Victory card as well. The same thing as Cancer. I went to drop the Emperor card here and it fell closer onto Cancer, because it's the Emperor is not, and the Victory is not going to come in yet, Scorpio, until you clear this stuff up. Now, what is the stuff that you need to clear up? I told you the clutter. But also look at this, 5 of Pentacles. You need to let go of this feeling of 5 of Pentacles. The Tower needs to come down when it comes towards that. What is 5 of Pentacles? If you look at this card, the 5 of Pentacles on your left. Is it your left? I don't know, sorry, I can't see. The 5 of Pentacles, this one, you'll see there's a girl crying, and there's a door, and there's a key. So that says a lot. It's about feeling like you're feeling left out in the cold, feeling like you didn't matter, feeling like people just passed you up, feeling like you were just nothing. You know, that kind of feeling, that can keep you locked out of heaven. And I'm hearing Bruno Mars's song, Locked Out of Heaven, or Heaven. And it needs to come down. Now, I know it's hard to just say, move on, just get a move on, blah, 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 right? But part of the way to do that is to clear out the clutter. You have to clear out the physical stuff. Once you clear out the physical stuff, then you can make way for clearing out all the non-physical stuff, right? You won't have all these triggers around you, these physical triggers that you can see. Now, I'm also seeing this Page of Wands and this Fool card. I'm seeing her as a Page of Wands, like, you know, we know about the Page of Wands is about calling something in. So, of course, this could be about calling in a new beginning. But what I'm also seeing here is about her, as the Page of Wands, throwing up the last item that she has, which is this wand, and then finally having a new beginning with a new wand and a crystal in her hand, right? So there's stuff to be had if you can give up this ghost, so to speak, this ghost that's haunting you, this ghost of feeling not good enough. These are old wounds that haven't had a chance to heal, and in fact they may have been just even more exacerbated by the circumstances. If it was cheating, if it was lying, if it was, you know, all of that stuff that could have just served to like bring these items, these things up to the surface. But confidence is your key to success, and it's about moving forward, doing the best that you can under the circumstances, allowing the time to go, right? And of course surrendering to silence as you do so. Now, as they say, surrender to silence, the silence comes when you can get into this place of surrendering to what is, when you can get to a place where you can accept things, simple things, but that aren't simple things, like I wasn't the one that he or she wanted. I wasn't the way forward for this person. And of course we also know that if you weren't the one for them, then they weren't the one for you. But you know, when you're in that Five of Pentacles and feeling of rejection and abandonment and feeling left out in the cold and all of those core woundings that are triggered, right, then that can be understandable. That can give way to slower progress, especially if you're not healing as well and as fast. And if you're, sorry, I had the heat on. It's cold. And if you're not... it could be hard to surrender denial. So surrendering to what is, let's read it. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace, right? So even if you have to get to this place where you like, I wasn't the one, and these other people were the one, and they were selected, and now they're happily ever after together and making babies and, you know, 50th anniversary, then you have to, it just has to be the case. And you have to find a way to move on. And so that's what this energy is saying. And I do feel there is somebody for you, but you have to, if it's the same person or if it's somebody else, who knows, right? But you have to make this healing happen for yourself first. All right? Yeah, and I'm getting the word, I mean, this says surrender to play, but I just clearly saw the word surrender the pity, right? Pity party, self-pity. And self-pity can come up when you feel like your pain hasn't been witnessed. A lot of times it's important to, in order for healing to happen on an emotional level and a mental level, but I'm really feeling with Scorpio, with you, it's about the emotional level as well as the mental. In order for that to happen, a lot of times you need to have your pain witnessed. So if there's nobody there to be like, you know what that person did was wrong, and you know what, you are a wonderful person, and you know what, right? If you're not having that to the degree that you feel the need, you feel that you need, it can give rise to having pity parties, right? And so, you know, part of that is that you have to surrender to what is. Surrender to play as well. It says take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. As you guys know, now we see a play card right in the middle of Scorpio's reading. You know, generally speaking, Spirit spoke about coming in with this play, with play energy for all of you. But there's another play card, and it's in the Pisces part as well, okay? So anyway, speaking of Pisces, yeah, so Scorpio, that's your reading. Long story short, the month of January is going to be one where you are going to have to leave behind some behaviors, leave behind some thoughts, some emotions. You have to get the healing done. And the first place to start is to declutter your environment. After you declutter your environment, then you can breathe. You can have a breath of fresh air. And you can apologize to all the people in your lives. Yeah, as needed. Anyway, let's move on to Pisces. Pisces spirit, it's time for you. Pisces spirit, your energy that's coming through is Turkey spirit. Give with gratitude and grace. So, let's feel into that for a second. Pisces, I'm seeing you wearing the crown in the month of January. So you clearly have been doing your work. You've clearly been, I feel that you've been trying on new things. You've been trying on new identities. You've been I'm just seeing you being very creative and like trying new things. Whether it's like stepping out, going to new places, meeting new people, hamming it up, being very social, being very happy. I just see you in a very happy place in your life right now. Now, for you, I get that life has sped up. I think that at one point where you may have been feeling very negative, you may not have been in the best place in your life, I'm seeing that on your own through hermit mode, you have moved at lightning speed, like breakneck speed. In fact, look at this lovely antelope spirit. Looks cute. It looks like you turned into deer spirit. Bring a gentle touch. So I'm feeling that you morphed. This is like morphing. And I feel that part of that has been because you've been in this Three of Cups energy of reaching out to others, socializing, trying to put your troubles behind you, being happy. And I think that you may have also surrendered some stuff. I think that maybe you may have cleared out some clutter. You may have, I feel that maybe you may have accepted the hand that you had in, you know, bringing the demise of something. Maybe, like, I'm just getting whatever it is, I'm getting that some of you may have been involved in a three-party situation, for example. And maybe you were one of the people who cheated, or you were the third party. Whatever this is, I'm just seeing a lot of growth has happened. And I'm seeing that you have surrendered, right? I feel that you've surrendered everything to God. I feel like you've also surrendered to your higher self. But I'm seeing you've surrendered to the love of your life. So whether or not you've taken action, which I don't think that you have as yet, I feel a gentle energy for you, Pisces, where maybe you may have been in resistance. So that some divine masculines may have been here as well, and some feminines as well if you've been resisting. But you may have been in resistance to this transformation, to this joyful beginning with whoever this person of your dreams is. And I feel that in Moth Spirit, I see you surrendering, and you're like, it's almost like giving God like a dowry, or like, I don't know, for this person that you want. It could be a ring, it could be something. And when I'm saying a ring, I'm also hearing a ring on the phone, like taking those steps to make that happen. I'm also seeing be playful. Be playful. I'm getting the words March. So March might be the time when you actually come forward. I wouldn't be surprised, because I'm seeing the card that says it's time to take action here. But it says new moon in Aries, right? Now I'm feeling that in Aries, you know, March is the month of Aries. So I'm feeling that even though you may be having these feelings now, and you may be putting it out there to the universe that you want this person back, you may be praying a lot for this person, you may be surrendering for to this person, I'm seeing that you might have some things you want to finish up first in the physical that are unrelated to this love. It could be work stuff, it could be like getting a new car, it could be finding a new way of being, it could be trying to create a life where you can accommodate another person, you know, if you want to move in together. But I'm seeing that in the month of March is when you might really come forward for this. But I'm seeing the groundwork being ready and waiting. Now, I'm getting this card looks just like a new romantic cycle is beginning. They're the same image, and they both came out like this, twisted, okay? Sorry. My angels. Okay. Guys, okay, listen. I'm sorry. I'm just like, this was a really hard reading. I literally probably sat for like an hour just bitching to my angels about this reading, because I'm very much, and they say, and maybe this is for all of you guys, you know, maybe, you know, if my pain can't be used for anybody else, I don't know what it's for, right? But I just finished the air signs, and now it's time for the water signs. And guess what? My guy is a damn Pisces, all right? He cheated, I'm going to go ahead and say cheated, with a damn Cancer, and I'm vibing as a damn Scorpio. So you can imagine me sitting down to do a reading like this, all together now. And it's interesting because both of these cards, one for Cancer and one for Pisces, come up like this. So I see that, and it completely triggers me, and I lose my, and I'm just like, all right, great. So now I have to go through that and do a reading where I clearly see these two people are going to end up together, right? Assuming, you know, it might not be whatever, but, you know, when you're in the energy, and if you have that, it can be triggering. So it's bad enough, right? Yeah, but they just tilted this towards me, so maybe, I don't know. I don't care. Listen, the point is, guys, these readings are for everybody, and trust me, when a lot of us readers do the readings for you guys, please don't think that we're just like, and this is gonna happen, that's gonna, we may not show it, but we do connect with the energies that are here, okay? And plus any energies we have coming from you, so it's a lot of emotion. But I'm seeing for Pisces people, you guys are also going to be coming into into a love relationship. I'm seeing, though, a lot of tears surrounding this situation, right? And it's standing right next to this card that says it's time to take action. So what I'm getting off of this card, objectively, because I'm definitely not, what I'm getting off this card is, if you see the eclipse at the top, this person is saying, I have not been well since I've been with you, okay? Now, whether that person is this person or that person or whoever else that this person is referring to, I'm feeling like this is going to be returning to an energy of some sort. So, and there's this idea of having toes curled up. It's kind of like, when they take this action, whatever this action is towards whoever it is, when they take this action, it's going to be a little bit like, hi. It's like tension, like waiting to see, am I going to be rejected? Am I in for it? Because I know I haven't written, I know I haven't called, I know I haven't, and then I know I'm showing up. It's kind of like, that's the energy I'm getting off of this card. But Spirit is moving this person to surrender. See, this surrender card comes right above. Spirit is moving you, Pisces, to, if you resonate with this, to surrender those fears. And, you know, I did draw some cards for the others, so let's draw some cards for you. All right. Using my Light Seers Tarot. Alright. What can you say about Pisces? Someone is getting a new car, Pisces. I'm getting a new car feeling. Someone here is getting a new car. Ooh, Pisces, Empress. So if you... Look at that, 9 of Pentacles. Let's hold it this way. If you are a divine masculine, you are going to be going towards your Empress, whoever that is. I feel that action is going to be taken in the month of March. I almost said May. So for some of you, it's going to be March. I mean, okay. I was going to say May. All right, March or May, or both. You guys, now they're just trolling me. Sir. Now, guys, I also feel that if you are Pisces, if you are the female, you are going to have, let's see, your Knight of Pentacles is definitely, yeah, I'm feeling the Knight of Pentacles is going to approach you with an offer you can't refuse. And I'm seeing this energy, the Magician. In this deck, the Magician looks so creepers. But I like that energy because we need that kind of energy covered in the tarot. So when it turns upside down like this, we know what happens. So I'm seeing that, and now I'm getting this, and now I'm getting that Seer song, I won't give up, I won't give up. So this man, whoever this is whoever, Pisces, if this is you, anyway, if it resonates with you, it's you. If it resonates with the other person, it's the other person. This energy came up upside down. When this person, your Knight, when the Knight of Pentacles, did I say Nine of Pentacles? When the Knight of Pentacles comes for the Empress around March or May is what I'm getting. When is it? It could be March or May or both. I'm feeling that they will no longer be in this denial, this magician, trickster energy. But for right now, they are in great, like this Pisces person is in a great, has made great progress, but they are still in this mode. Look at that. The card that, why I did this is because the card that was right under it is the Devil card, okay? This person is trying to shake off devil stuff. So whoever this is has got a past, all right? This is not, I'm not getting like this person was faithful. This is not that kind of energy. This is somebody who was not playing in the light when they were with you. They were, yeah, but yet they still reached out to you. So they might have had you on that back burner a bit, right? While they were out there with other people. But I'm getting in the month of March or May that that energy will have largely subsided is what I'm getting. Let's pull, is there any more that wants to come out for that? For them? Oopsies. Let's keep going, let's keep going. I just felt children there, so. Whatever that is hiding. What is it? I'm getting an injection of some sort. Let's see. Ace of Wands, right? Injected right in the third eye. But I almost said injected right in the Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant speaks of marriage. So I'm getting, I just have to check right now. I'm getting that, yeah, this could definitely lead to something. That's going to be an awakening. That's going to be an awakening with, yes, that's what it is. It's going to be a union, because I'm seeing this woman on this card walking towards the sun. I'm sorry guys if you can't see it well. Eight of Cups walking towards the sun. And then based on the way these cards are being held, the way they stood out to me is this moon and this man. Okay, the moon and the man. So the woman's walking towards the sun, divine masculine, and the man comes with the moon, divine feminine. So this is union. So when they said injection right into the Hierophant, this is union, sacred marriage. So Pisces, wow, okay, looking good. Let me pull a card, one more card. Guys, they're mean. You just saw, I said let me pull a card for myself since I'm here, and look, they gave me the exact same cards for Scorpio. All right, love you guys. All right, see, now you know that I am a legitimate intuitive, okay? Legitimate. Because we don't say what we want to say, we say what they say. All right. Anyway, let's take a look here. For your surrender cards, Pisces, they're saying surrender to the beauty of the natural world and surrender to your intuition. What they're saying is you've been down for so long. You know that Jewel song? You know that song? I've been down so long. Remember that? Ooh, I came here along the sea. We've been down so long that the end must be drawing near. Yeah, so anyway, it's called, I think, I've Been Down. Anyway, I've been down so long. So, Pisces, you've been down for so freaking long. I'm getting 7 years. 7 years. Woo! You deserve this. You deserve this. Even if it's my guy going off with somebody else, God bless, then that's what it is. At that 7 years, that's a deserving moment, okay? So you guys, whoever this resonates with, it's time because you've shed your tears, you've done your time. I'm seeing the words here, surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Surrender to your intuition, okay? But what I'm seeing is open your eyes and allow yourself to be in beauty, because it's been a long time. I'm getting college for some of you. For some of you, this has been since college that you've just been having a royally not fun life. Okay. Now, I don't know how long ago you were in college, but that's what I'm getting for somebody. So, anyway, long story short, Spirit is saying surrender to joy for this month, January 2020. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Surrender to joy. Surrender any resentments that you have. Surrender to Spirit. And surrender to silence. Okay? When we have silence, we allow Spirit to work. When there's silence, we allow Spirit to work. Okay? All right, so I think that's it. Anything else? All right, they're saying I can go ahead and pull another card from what deck? I don't even know. All right. Sorry. Guys. Like, don't leave me alone with them. All right. Every word has a meaning in my reading. Whoops. I said every word has a meaning. I knew it when I said don't leave me alone with them. All right. Like I felt that means something. And this card popped out and these three other cards flew. And notice how her hand is like this. It's almost like she blew these other cards. So let's see what the Queen of Wands has to say. Tower moment and Eight of Pentacles. But it's interesting because this Tower moment, I mean not Tower moment, this Eight of Pentacles, I hope you guys can see, sorry if you can't, in the Light Seers Tarot, you guys can always just Google Eight of Pentacles online and you'll see what the image is. The Eight of Pentacles to me always looks like a therapist. It always looks like somebody, it looks like an impartial party, even though the Eight of Pentacles speaks of having to do a lot of work. The way that she's been coming out, she looks almost like an ordained, I'm getting ordained minister, ordained, what's the word? Therapist, psychologist, and coming along with the Tower moment. This is Spirit saying they're coming to heal all wounds, okay? And coming to heal all wounds, and it's touching to co-create with Spirit, coming to heal all wounds, coming to heal, make all adjustments, so that the time can be kept, so that you'll be on time for whatever it is that needs to be done. But they're saying that it is a time for water spirits, you guys, water spirits, cute, to have healing and transformation. This is the death card. Isn't it beautiful? But it says death and rebirth. But check this out. The card that came right along with it is a beautiful card. Same color, look. Three of Cups. Look at all three of you. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, all receiving this love and this joy. I do feel that love is coming in for all of you. Scorpio a little bit later, but once the adjustments are made. But I just split the deck. And I got, look, 10 of Cups. Boink. Queen of Cups. Boink. Death and transition. It's not even written there. And then 10 of Wands. Putting down boundaries. Okay. And they said putting down boundaries. I meant to say burdens, but did I? Okay. So either way, guys, since all of you guys are going to be having somebody coming in for you, I'm going to go ahead and say still have boundaries, because I do see the Six of Cups. Six of Cups. Still have boundaries because people are still healing. All right? Just because someone comes back doesn't mean like, oh my God, Prince Charming, he's changed, you know. There's progress, but, you know, take it slowly. All right, so that's all that's here for your water reading for the month of January 2020. And I hope you guys have a great month. If you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, you can let me know. The readings would be personalized to you, so it won't be, you know, as general. And if you'd like to donate, thank you so much. And have a beautiful month. Happy New Year. Bye.